became extremely dangerous to travel, but they still wanted this reflection, especially around the Passover time of year, which is when we generally come into Lent and come into Easter. They're never the same time, but they're close based on the calendar that we use. And what they would do is they would walk, these stations, again, and it became very dangerous. So they started to make their own stations to reflect many of the pivotal moments of Jesus' walk up Golgotha or Skull Hill. And so it kept, in the beautiful churches and in all Catholic churches, we have a depiction of the Stations of the Cross, which usually do the perimeter of the inside of the building, so folks during Lent especially can pray the Stations of the Cross, which we do here every Friday evening at 6 p.m. During the Lenten season, to again reflect on that horrific walk that our Lord took for us before he was crucified and died. So we'd like to present our own version of the Stations of the Cross, and you'll learn things about what happened to Jesus along the way, when his best friend denies him, or when he falls down repeatedly, 3 times in the story that we'll present, and in the Stations of the Cross. And certainly when the women of Jerusalem, who were heartbroken, come to see him on his walk to his death. So we hope you enjoy our presentation. Our 8th graders, as I said, have worked very hard, and we'd like to present that to you now.
Jesus is condemned to death. Jesus, you came into this world to reveal the tremendous depth of God's love for each of us. You invited everyone to follow you. You healed the sick, forgave the guilty, included the excluded, and taught people how to live in love. Yet a handful of political and religious authorities rejected you and condemned you to die on the cross.
Forgive me for the times I judge my brothers and sisters harshly. I am so quick to find fault in others and in myself. Too often, I criticize people for how they look or act or dress. Too often, I see only my weaknesses. Too often, I am blind to the goodness you see in us all. It seems like I am either condemning or being condemned. Surely there must be a better way.
The second station, Peter denies Jesus. Jesus, did you know that the man who earlier called you Messiah would deny he even knew you? When you said to him, Peter, stay on your toes, Satan has tried his best to separate all of you from me, like chaff from wheat. And Peter responded, Master, I'm ready for anything with you. I'd go to jail for you. I'd die for you. You had to tell him, I'm sorry to have to tell you this, Peter, but before the rooster crows, you will have 3 times denied that you know me.
Forgive me, Lord, for the times I act like Jesus' friend Peter. My heart is willing to do the right thing, but my actions are weak. I I make resolutions but do not keep them. I try to start over but slip back to my old ways. Help me to remember that even though Peter denied knowing Jesus because he was overcome with fear, that Jesus still loved him. He loved him so much that he eventually made him the head of his church and supplied him with divine strength to overcome his weaknesses.
Who are the people in your life that you have stood silent as they were wrongly accused? Who have you not spoken up for when they needed your kind words so badly?
The third station, Jesus is made to take up his cross. Jesus, you did not ask for your cross, yet you picked it up. You did not ask to be mistreated, yet you accepted mistreatment rather than abandon your love and commitment to nonviolence and unconditional love. Where did you get your strength? Your heart must have been so heavy with sadness, your body so sore from being beaten, your spirit weak as you wondered why this violence was being done to you.
Forgive me, Lord, for the times I take the easy way out. Forgive me for the times I choose to use violent words or actions rather than to take up my cross and suffer for the sake of love. To be honest, Lord, I'm afraid to take up my cross. I'm not sure what it means. I think you're telling me to face the pain in my life, to let go of revenge and forgive someone who has hurt me, to let go of fear of befriending someone who is lonely or left out, to deal with my personal problems with courage.
The fourth station, Jesus falls for the first time. Jesus, falling seems so weak, so embarrassing, so humiliating. We are taught to stand tall and act strong, or risk being laughed at. Is it okay to feel weak? We are sad when we think of you falling under the weight of your cross. Yet sometimes we are secretly happy when certain people fall under the weight of their crosses we sometimes give them.
Forgive me, Lord, for the times I laugh at others and cause them to fall by my thoughtless words and actions. Forgive me for the times I do not even try to walk under the weight of my cross. Please know that I really want to do the right thing. At times, I want to include an outsider among my friends, only to find it easier to keep things the way they are. At times, I want to forgive only to find I can't seem to let go of a grudge. At times, I want to speak kindly, only to say hurtful things to someone who just wants the same respect I want.
Who do you like to see fall and fail? Whose life are you making harder than it has to be? What good intentions of yours haven't become actions?
The fifth station, Jesus meets his mother. Jesus, what was it like to see the pain in your mother's eyes? Did your tears mingle with her tears in a quick embrace? Did she whisper, I love you? We often see pictures in the news of families who have experienced the horrors of war or who live in extreme poverty. When those parents look at their children, do they feel like Mary did the day she watched you carry the cross? When we are hurting emotionally or physically, do our parents feel as helpless as Mary did? Are they often filled with worry for us as we become more independent?
Forgive me, Lord, for not appreciating all that my parents try to do for me. Even if it seems like they are going about it in the wrong way, I know they are trying their best. Forgive me for acting as if I don't need their help. Help me to